Why do some still wine feel slightly fizzy even if they're not sparkling wine? Has it ever happened to you that you open a bottle of still wine, pour it into the glass and notice a slight fizz? Tiny bubbles, a gentle tiny sensation on the tongue and maybe your throat. Is something wrong? But this wine wasn't supposed to be sparkling. Today I want to explain why this happens, because in most cases it's not a defect at all, and understanding this helps you drink wine more consciously. The fizzing sensation comes from carbon dioxide, the famous CO2. It's the same gas you find in sparkling wine, but in very different amounts. In sparkling wine the CO2 is intentionally controlled and deliberately trapped. In still wine instead, it can be present in a natural, light, almost imperceptible. So the difference is, there is CO2 or there isn't. It's how much of it there is. Here is something important that very few people know. All wine are born fizzy. During fermentation, yeast transforms sugar into alcohol and produce CO2 too. Usually, this carbon dioxide is allowed to escape and the wine becomes still. But in some cases, a small amount remains dissolved in the wine, and that's where the slight fizz you are feeling the first sip come from. This phenomenon is more common in young wines, artisanal wines, natural wines, or lightly filtered wines. In these wines, there is less intervention to clean or stabilize the products. Natural CO2, it's not a practical example. A young white wine served cold may feel slightly fizzy at first, but after a few minutes in the glass, that sensation fades away. In most cases, that slight fizz is not a defect. On the contrary, it can make the wine feel more alive, more dynamic, and fresh on the palate. It becomes a problem only if the fizz is excessive, unpleasant, or if the wine keeps moving, even after being open for a while. In that case, there might be an unwanted secondary fermentation, but this is far less common than people think. A simple trick: pour the wine, wait few minutes, gently swirl the glass. If the fizz disappears quickly, it's simple natural residual CO2. If it increases, or if you notice a strong pressure when you open it, the bottle, then it's a different situation. But in the vast majority of the cases, especially with young artisanal wine, it's perfectly normal. Some products intentionally choose not to remove all the CO2 because it makes the wine more stable, more protected, and more enjoyable to drink, especially in its early year. It's a stylistic choice, not a mistake. It also helps the wine feel fresher and more alive. Once again, it's not about right or wrong. It's about styling and intention. Understanding these changes change the way you drink wine. Next time you feel a slight fizz, instead of worrying, pause for a moment. Taste it, wait it, and observe how the wine evolves in the glass. Very often that sensation disappears and give way to cleaner aroma and flavors. It's an invitation to slow down, not to judge immediately. Not all wine that feels slightly fizzy are sparkling wine, and not all of them are fluid. Very often, it's simply the signal of a young, artisanal, and lightly manipulated wine. A wine that is still breathing. Here, at Marronaia, we like to explain wine in this way, without fear and unnecessary mystery. If you want to keep understanding what you are really drinking, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and come visit us in San Gimignano. We teach you how to recognize a living wine even through its tiny bubbles. Cheers!